when you said you got to be consumed by it, and I was thinking of this clip I seen on Gary-Vee's Instagram where he was talking to some like aspiring artists that came up and asked him a question, and he was saying like, you need to be in the mud. You don't need to have a job. You need to just be 100% every day, all day, making music, doing whatever it takes. Who cares if you have money or not? Do what it takes. You know what I mean? How do you feel about artists and producers having full-time jobs in the beginning?
Well, I think it depends on each person's personal situation, you know, like, because I don't know, like, I always, one of the first things I do when I do work with a client, I want to know, like, the scope. I want to know what's happening, what needs to happen, you know. So if you're married and you have kids, obviously that's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
At all?
Yeah, I would not. It would be hard for me to tell a grown man, hey, look, man, you know, and it depends on the age too. And they're like, hey, look, I just want to pursue this. But you're like, you don't. So I feel like success is different, you know, because you could be, I would hate for you to be a success in the business and a failure at home. You see what I'm saying? So now you're saying success, but you're like, oh, I put it all on the line. But if you do, I mean, what are you doing this for? You know? You have to define what success is for you. Now, for me, like, it's real easy for me. I have a daughter now, 2 years old. It's like, it defines, like, what can I leave to her? What am I doing? Is this something that's going to help her, benefit her? Then my vision is clear, you know? But if it gets to a point where it's like, look, this is not working, or if I can't make it happen in the music, I would have to go find something. I can't be like, oh, I'm just going to make it for the music. Like, but hey, she can't pay for daycare, you know? She can't pay for school, so it's got to make sense, you know? Like, even when Barry Gordy, like, he borrowed the $800 to start Motown, his family, he had to write out a contract, and it wasn't working for him at first. Like, he asked, I think he went and got a part-time job. He had to pay the bills, you know? So I can't speak. I love Garyvee, but I think each person's situation is different, you know, and I don't want to go against what someone says. If someone says that, hey, if you want to follow that path, but me personally, I could not sit back and, like, see my family struggle or people I love, and I'm not being able to provide for them. And I've had clients who are like, look, I can't make it, so I'm not making it. Not that I can't make it, but until I do get to the point where I can be, like, fully engulfed into it, I have a part-time job or I have a nighttime job, you know? Because sometimes that I'm telling you, nothing drove me more to go hard at school until when it was so cold outside and I was at Kroger and they say, hey, Rico, it was cold and rain. They say, we need some buggies. I'm like, it's cold, it's rain, it's snow. Like, who you think gonna go get them?
Right.
I was like, I'm studying my butt off because I knew I didn't want to do this for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you know that you gotta make it, I mean, nothing's gonna go harder for you than you like, look, I'm frying chicken. Yo, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So that motivates you more. Like, sometimes having that little job, I tell interns, I tell kids when I go speak at colleges, get an internship. And I say, because when you get the internship, you're on someone else's time. It's your time, but you're still in school, so you're learning what you like and what you don't like. So if, like, you're in a studio session, some studios let you smoke and you realize, damn, I don't like smoke. Like, you might not want to be a freaking engineer, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're going to be around this all the time. You know, if you don't like, not that all artists or some artists may yell at you, you know, this might not be maybe you need to be like the accountant, you know, for the studio. I don't know. But once you're in those positions and you do those internships, you can figure out what you like and don't like. It would be hard. Yeah, I would hate for you to become a lawyer. You went to school where you knew you had to read to become a lawyer, but you realize, damn, I don't like to read. I'm like, this is not going to be a good career path for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or if you have a bad attitude, but you're the tour manager, so you got to speak to the venues, you got to sell up, you got to do everything, and you represent the artist on the front level. Like, man, you should be the cook because you might need to be in the kitchen because you going to mess up everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like each situation is different. And if you have a situation where, like, if it's a parent or somebody that, you know, is in dire straits and you need to go get a job to get it, I would say do that. I would consider, I would be happier for you than you just sitting around if you're not making no money and, like, just letting stuff slide.
Thanks. I wanna add to that too. Like, a lot of producers and artists, they look at getting a job as just like people look at getting a job as just like it's something that is just gonna kill you, and sometimes it's something that you have to do. Yep. You know, even though it's your dream and stuff, it may not look like your favorite artist. Oh, they may have had a job before, you know, you know, just you may need a little boost, you know.
Yeah.
But people are scared to get jobs.
Yeah,
They feel
no,
like
it's been times where like the way the music money works in the music business is cyclical, right?
Right.
So like if you're a writer, you sign the BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, whatever, you get paid quarterly, right? And then if you do a publishing deal, you might get paid, depending on which company, you might get paid quarterly or you might get paid semi-annually. So if you're used to getting a check, I remember my mom, she told me, she was like, I could never be a manager. I could never do the music business because you don't know what you're going to get. If you're a person who likes to plan and work things out, so it's hard because you don't know, like, it's checks that I haven't got paid for in 2 years. I'm still waiting. I know Sonny talked about this. We're waiting on checks, like, you know what I'm saying? So if the artist and the producer's waiting on check, guess what the manager's doing? And we only get a percentage of a percent, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it gets even deeper. So, no, but I totally feel you. I'm like, hey, look, do what you got to do and make a choice. And if you're worried about what other people think, then you're already on the wrong path, to success. You're on the wrong path because, like, at the end of the day, you have to be fulfilled and you have to be happy, you know?
Right.
So